Hi friends, it's Hollis Welsh, aka Mama Hollis, and I'm reaching out today. We're entering the holiday season, um, and I don't know about you. I don't often feel like the blues, but I have a low level feeling of the blues. I've had it for a little bit now, and there's been a lot of loss in our community and also in my own personal space. We've had some cluster suicides with teens that are affiliated in some way with my own preteens, and also even just creating this new business for myself, Mama Hollis, which has been a delight and has really been my life calling. With that comes kind of the closure of so many other elements of my world and my life and my identity. And when we begin anew or start something new, that often means closing the door on other things, which is loss. I think we sometimes overlook giving ourselves that space and time to process loss. Life is cyclical. It really is a beginning, middle, and end that kind of rotates and moves forward, and we continue to be in that cycle. It's not always comfortable, but I really think when we honor the full process of beginning, middle, and end, birthing, death, all of those processes that are literal or figurative in our world, we fare better. It led me to believe, or to think about and believe, that we often will become a cog in our own wheel in that process and interrupt the natural order and evolution of being human, often out of protection or not wanting to feel pain or the magnitude of loss that can be scary or overwhelming or feel really unsafe. And usually it's because that's linked to a desire or a dream inside of ourselves and in our heart. And somewhere along the line of pursuing a dream or having a desire that got interrupted, sometimes by an outside force, authority, depending on if it happened in our childhood, well-meaning intentions of keeping us safe, or trying to prevent fear in us, always backfires when we're interrupting true desire and that process and that cycle. So I think dipping into pain or allowing it to bubble up, which is kind of what I've been experiencing in the blues. The blues are always kind of covering up, to me, something deeper and more painful than the feeling of depression. My daughter is wanting to get her own horse, and I do realize this is a very first world challenge. I realize how blessed my family is, and I also see her real, genuine pain in this process that has become quite challenging and disappointing. And it's triggered my own. I also had a dream of having a horse as a child, and that was squelched pretty early on in my childhood based on my circumstances with a single mother and not a lot of resources in our family. And that desire in me, I suppressed, I denied, and it's coming out. So it's just a reminder that our desires don't die. We can try to suppress them as much as possible, but the victory and the true freedom in our lives come when we return to what we've caged inside of ourselves. And when we are ready, we give space to, we make space for, and we allow that to come forth. And all the discomfort and all the levels of trying to deny our own hearts, when we can finally just feel that discomfort and pain, on the other side of that is this breakthrough. It's like sun coming through a constant level of clouds, which we kind of feel when we have the blues. And on the other side of that is real victory, because having a dream and a desire in the first place, that's the win. Allowing the light from that to come forth in the world is the win for not only ourselves, but this planet, this species. Because everything else is is a suppression of hope and love and joy and peace and harmony and authenticity and desire and manifestation and light. So we can either choose to participate in a process of suppressing and denying that, war, anger, frustration, disease, all of the ways that we work against ourselves and one another, or we surrender to what's in our own hearts. We look at it. We feel the pain of not having it or of denying it for so many years. And then we just give it space. And there's a deep acceptance and approval process when we just own who we really are and what we really, really desire in our lives. The first step is just approving of that without judgment. Just approve of yourself. Approve of what you truly, truly care about and what you truly, truly want and who you truly, truly are. Love and accept that. And if that takes 7 years of just coming back to, I love and accept myself. I want to know what's in my heart. I want to share this. Take 7 years, take 70, because it's worth it. Because when you finally can break through the clouds and know that it's about having the dream, about having the desire, not reaching some goal with that. It's the leaning into it. It's having faith in your own heart, in your own mind, in your own creativity, in your own light, in your own love, and expressing that in the world. That's why we jump to our feet and cheer for people who are in the process of celebrating their own talents and gifts and sharing their light. That's the win. It's not about getting a trophy or an award or some kind of approval, a like on social media. It's that we are showing up out of the closet, if you will, fully self-expressed, because we approve of ourselves, because we know that having light and gifts to share with the world is the victory. So if you're feeling blue, frustrated, dampened in any way, just know you're in good company, and you're feeling that because there's a deep light and love on the other side of that. And that might come with some anger and emotion to access it, and that's okay. Make space for it. Just give yourself 5 minutes, 50 minutes, a week, whatever you have. Just honor what's there and thank the coping mechanisms you learn to try to dissuade yourself from being who you really are. And then dive in, see what's in your heart, and start letting that bubble forth. It's really worth it. It's worth it. I love you. Have a beautiful day.